Today we're going to be going over how to create pizzas and pizza builders within the software. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to your back office. You then want to go to your pizza builder. From there, you first have to create the four things for a pizza. That's going to be your size, your crust, the sauce, and its toppings. I'm going to start with the size. I'm going to click new here. I'm then going to type in the name of the size. So in this case here, I'm going to say 10 inch. Now you can also put in your default topping. Now this is the charge that is going to be applied to that topping by default. In this case here, I'm going to say most of my 10-inch pizzas are going to have 50 cents per topping. And I'm going to hit new. I can keep going here, so I'm going to do a 12-inch. Just going to have $1 for these toppings. And we're going to do a 14-inch. Once you have that created, we're going to go to the next step, which is going to be the crust. So the crust here, I'm going to go ahead and just put a basic standard crust. We'll just say regular crust. Now I can also create new ones here. If I wanted to, I can do like a cheesy crust or a stuffed crust and save. Next is going to be your sauces. So I'm going to click here. It already has a regular sauce here. I'm just going to say garlic sauce. And then as for our toppings, I'm going to start with, we'll do a pepperoni. Now you can see what's cool is that because I put in the default size, the default cost for each size here, you can see it's already filling in the 50 cents, $1, and $1.15. Now it doesn't have to be that price. If it's different for this particular topping, I could change it. If not, we'll just leave it the way it is and then hit save. Same thing here. I'm going to just do like onions, bacon, and we'll just add one more. Now once you have that created, we're going to go back to the pizza builder, and then now we're going to go in and create our pizzas. Now to create a new pizza, you want to hit the new at the very top right. Next thing we want to do is we want to type in the name of the pizza. So in this case here, let's just say this is going to be Meat Lovers. Now you're going to be presented with the default size, crust, and sauce. Now these different items here, they don't need to be selected. This is just saying that it's the first thing that's going to populate when you click on the Meat Lovers. This is very useful if you have maybe a pizza that doesn't have a 10-inch size. Maybe it starts off at 12-inch. Same thing goes for the crust and the sauce. At the bottom here, you're going to see there's two different sections here because I have two different crusts. So I have a regular crust and a cheesy crust. So this allows me to put a price in for each crust because this pizza builder is going by the crust as opposed to by the topping. If I want to change this up, I can switch this from by the crust and I can charge based on the topping, which means that it's going to allow you to put in your base price. So you can say, okay, for the first topping, it's going to be $1. But anything after that is going to be $1.50. And you can increase this by clicking this drop menu, and we can change this to 4. So we'll say the base price is going to be $1, but the first topping is this, the second topping is that, and each additional toppings after the fourth is going to be that. I'm just going to change this back to the crust, and we're just going to put in the price. And you can also do the same thing for your other crusts. So I'm going to go ahead and put this at $11.99, and we're just going to make this $1 more. Now once you're done here, the next thing we're going to do is we want to go into the extra information, make sure that tax rate is in there. You can also assign this to go to your printer. So if you have a pizza printer, a kitchen printer, you can assign that. Or if you're using a KDS monitor, you can make sure that's assigned there. Now there's also a max free topping feature. What this allows you to do is either you can make a free topping for the pizza. So let's say this meat lover already gets one topping free. Or you can set this up for having, let's say, for example, if you want to do, it has its own default toppings. So in this case here, we'll say it comes with 3 toppings. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my default toppings and then choose those 3 toppings that it comes with. Hit done, and then we're going to hit save. Now that creates the pizza. So if I want to take a look at here, I'll just go into my pizza department. There's that meat lovers. It's going to take me into the pizza builder screen, and then there it is. You got your size, which is right now starting at 10 inch. I can change this to a 12 inch, and then that'll change the price of the toppings. And then I can choose my sauce. You can see by default it's selecting the garlic sauce because I have that selected by default. But I could choose to make sure it's a regular sauce. And then you get your toppings. Now the 3 toppings here are already highlighted because they're the default toppings that come with the pizza. So if I were to click on it, it will remove the pepperoni off of the topping. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to add mushrooms. And then if I want to, I can even switch the crust. And then just like that, you're going to see here on the right side, you're going to have your meat lovers. You're going to have your 12 inch, regular crust, regular sauce, no pepperoni, and then you got your mushrooms. Now it's not charging here because I basically removed the topping that came by default, and I'm adding a new topping. So it shouldn't charge me for that, but anything after that should charge me.